My dad just looks up at me, and then he just starts bawling.
I want you to paint me out the picture where you're like, okay, like I'm going to speak to my dad. What did you feel like standing before the man who should have raised you, and the only thing you want to raise is your hands on him?
After Pastor explained that being right makes you miserable, he asked me, don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to live peacefully? This is one of the steps that you do have to take. And he said, Johnny, don't add any of your thoughts to what I'm saying. Because every time you added your thoughts, let's go rob somebody, I'm going to make money, you ended up miserable. Prior to that, he also showed me Genesis 6:5. He's like, all of our thoughts are only evil continually. But Johnny, do you really think all your thoughts are evil? And I was like, no. You have thoughts that you love your homies, you'll die for people, etc. Those are good thoughts. But then he said, read the first 3 words of that verse, King James Version, and God saw. When I see something versus when God sees something, completely different. He's saying, Johnny, your thoughts, they trick you. Satan is a con man. He'll lay something into your brain that is good, but only to con you. So that really put it in perspective. Like, you know what? I don't know this guy, but clearly he's speaking directly to my soul. When I seen that, I was like, okay, like, let me just follow. And so fast forward, I end up calling my dad. I actually tried to cancel on him. He got kind of mad. And so I called my pastor right away, and he's like, Johnny, come to the church. Let's talk.
What made you want to cancel?
I had all these thoughts. I was like, you're stupid.
Oh, you were depending on your thoughts, and he told you to avoid.
Right. I was like, you're dumb. And then so pastor comes, and he's like, Johnny, it's okay, but you have to think deeply about your thoughts too. I said, think about my thoughts. What are you talking about? He said, because think about it. Every single time you did, were you like, I shouldn't be doing this? No, you're like, let's go, let's party. But it's weird, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's weird that you have these thoughts of apologizing to your father, and something is telling you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And that's, I got goosebumps.
Deep.
Yeah, and that's when I was like,
where was those thoughts during the in the jail and the robbing?
All that.
Wow.
So he's like, it's Satan trying to stop you and block you from your blessings.
Amen.
So I was like, let's meet up. I'll pay for the food, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, cool. So we meet up, and he's just fidgeting. I remember this vividly. He's doing this, and he's like, and he's sighing. So I sat down, we're eating Vietnamese noodle soup, pho. I'm staring at the chopsticks, you know, he's staring like at the wall, you know, and it's just weird. So I say, sorry that I was a bad son. I'm sorry that I was a gang member and I wasn't there for you. My dad just looks up at me, and then he just starts bawling. Just bawling his eyes out. Sorry.
Oh, please take your time, bro. What a beautiful moment, bro.
Yeah, I was really shocked. So I remember him just crying. And he's like, you know, still has his hands clasped, and he's like crying, and he's like, no, son. He's like, I'm sorry. You know, he's like, I'm truly sorry for being a bad father. I'm truly sorry. He said, I couldn't stop drinking. I wanted to, but I couldn't. And I just remember like my body just getting up and like hugging him. And it was like 20 some odd years of pain that was really gone. You know, when I think about that, I was so thankful. I told him, I remember hugging him. I said, I love you. And he just looked at me like, what the hell? How can you love me? And that's when all of Romans 7 came to my heart truly. And I was like, wow, he didn't know. My dad really didn't want to be this way. He knew that he was messing up, but he had no control over himself. Like I could finally see it. So he himself actually, I didn't even have to preach to him, and goes, I want to talk to this pastor. Like, who is this guy that changed my gang member's son? He went to my pastor. My pastor preached the same thing. My dad cried too. I found out through my pastor that my dad had actually killed somebody at the age of 19, and that's what he was drinking. So the whole time I was thinking, man, I want to murder this dude.
He was himself.
Yeah. And I was like, dang, I didn't know. You know?
And by the way, bro, you did your job. Your bloodline was in chains, and you're the one that stepped up and brought the Lord into your life. And then your fruits were so heavenly that even your father wanted to sit at the table with you. Every knee shall fall, willing or non-willing. And because of you, sir, you, your father, your mother are willingly going to walk into that kingdom.
Amen.
So please don't ever hold any of that weight on you, man. Please don't.